Hi guys, it's Liz from Eating Vegan Simplified. Today I'm going to make like a deconstructed enchilada in a pan instead of like rolled up and put in the oven. Everything's going to happen just in one pan. I love one pan meals because you don't have to clean up a lot of stuff. So anyway, I am going to saute some onion. I'm not going to use oil, I'm going to use water. The pan is already hot, as you can hear. And I used red onion because that's what I had. But you could use, you know, yellow onion or whatever you want to use. If you have yellow or if you have red, it doesn't really matter which color it is. But you want to saute in just a little bit of in just a little bit of water. Just, you know, for a couple minutes just to kind of let it get softer. And you can, you know, I just use a little bit of water because I just don't want it to stick. If you have a non-stick pan, maybe you don't even need the water, but I always need just a little bit. This is sort of a non-stick pan, but I use the water anyway. Oh, let me tell you, I made this scarf. Could you believe it? I saw this video online, and you could go to this place and paint a scarf, and so I went with some friends, and then we did it again, and I made this, so I'm wearing it so you could see what it looks like. I can't believe I made it. It's really easy. I'm not that talented. It sort of makes itself. Okay, anyway, back to the recipe. Okay, this is soft, so it's good. So the next thing I'm going to add, I took like a medium medium zucchini that looks like a cucumber, and I diced it up in my food chopper thing. If you don't have the food chopper thing, then just cut it by hand or use something else. And I took a whole head of cauliflower. And here's what I did. I cut it up into like florets. Sometimes you could buy those already cut up, so do that if you want to save some time. And then I put it in my food processor. I had to do like 2.5 times, like I did it 3 times because it was a lot. But I put it in and I put it in the food processor for about 5 to 10 seconds. So that's how quick it is. And then it just gets into cauliflower rice. Now you could get, I've seen in Trader Joe's and other markets, cauliflower rice, so that's already riced. So if you're trying to save a little bit of time, it's definitely less expensive if you do it yourself. They were having a sale on organic cauliflower, so I bought one and I did it myself. So it's fine. I'm going to put a little more water because I don't want anything to stick. And so basically I'm just blending here just to kind of get it all together and get it cooking. So leave this for a few minutes and just kind of let it cook. You don't want raw veggies in this recipe anyway. I actually happen to like raw veggies, but not in this enchilada recipe. You know, I decided to do this one because I've been doing so many Thanksgiving recipes because it's coming up next week, and I thought, well, there are days that are not Thanksgiving where you're going to want something delicious to eat, and so I'm trying to come up with some other stuff for you. This is a whole food plant-based recipe. Sometimes I'm not as disciplined as I'd like to be, and I use a little oil, and some of you don't like that, and you're right. But I am not perfect, so I try my best. But this one has no oil, no salt. So if you're not following that kind of diet, then use oil. You know, whatever you want to do. It's your life, right? Now I have 1 can of black beans that I drained, you know, and I rinsed real good. This is like a 15-ounce can. You might hear my dog because I'm cooking, and I think she's outraged that I'm not giving her this food. And then I took 1 cup, this is frozen corn that's not actually frozen anymore because it's thawed out now. Basically, it might be a little bit frozen, but it's basically not frozen. And mix that in. So you have, it's looking pretty, right? You add different colors. This is like, I think this is something good if you've had a busy day and you don't want to like go through a lot, because I just opened up some, I don't normally cook with cans, but in this recipe you'll see a few things that I took out of a can, like black beans, and the corn was frozen. But there's a few things like one of the next ingredients. Okay, I am going to add my spices. Now let me talk about that. That is 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of paprika, and also 2 teaspoons of garlic powder and some pepper. I say some pepper because, you know, some people don't like it very peppery. So that's probably like 1 teaspoon of pepper, but if you like stuff really super peppery, then you should add more, maybe 2 teaspoons. And speaking of which, in this recipe, you could certainly add other vegetables. Like if you don't have zucchini or you hate, you know, zucchini, or you want to put in something else, you know, I don't know, put in some mushroom or bell pepper or something. I don't like bell pepper, so I don't put it in anything. You'll notice none of my recipes pretty much have bell pepper because I just don't like it, but a lot of people love it, so if you love it, then you should definitely put it in. Okay, I'm going to put a drop more water, just to kind of like keep it not sticking, and just stir it around. Believe it or not, we're sort of getting to be done. So let me show you. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pour in, this is the other thing in the can. I bought this enchilada sauce, okay? I bought green enchilada sauce. You can get the red. The last time I did this, I used red. This time I'm using green. And I'm just pouring that in. So I bought mild enchilada sauce. Now, maybe you don't want to use enchilada sauce out of a can. That's cool. Just go ahead and make your own. Pretty much you could do like tomato paste and cumin and anyway, I bought this one at Whole Foods and it's really pretty good, and it doesn't have oil in it. Okay, I am now putting in some tortillas. So what I did is I took corn tortillas and I cut them up into bite-sized pieces, 8 of them, 8 corn tortillas. And this will sort of soak up some of that liquid that's in there. I'm trying to kind of boil it out. I think it tastes equally good whether you use red or green enchilada sauce. I think it probably looks more appetizing if I use red. If I had to do this again on video, I might use red, even though I like the green, just because I think it looks better. But I mean, I think it looks nice, but it looked better when it was red. Okay, so basically I'm gonna let this go for about maybe 5 minutes, try to cook down some of that liquid, and then the last step will be, I will add cheese, sorry. I'm gonna add this cheese. So I have this, I think it's called like Go Veggie. It's all right. I don't love any, well, that's not true though. The cheese I love, I get at a farmer's market that's local to me. So I'm not even gonna talk about it really, because unless you live here, you're not gonna be able to get it. But so far I haven't found cheese that I absolutely love. So this is okay, it works. And like by itself, I really wouldn't eat it, but I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm adding like a cup of it to this, then I think it'll be okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check back with you in about 5 minutes. So I don't need to blabber on, and then you will see a finished product, okay? So, here we go, 5 minutes, see you soon. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, a little bit longer, and you can see it's kind of dried up somewhat. And now I'm gonna put the cheese on it, and just kind of mix that in, let it melt up a little bit. It's gonna melt really fast, this is super hot. And, you know, for serving, let me get out my thing that I like to use, wherever it is, there it is. I like to kind of just take it like this, and I'll garnish it a little bit. But it's really good. And then sometimes I use like a vegan sour cream. If you're somebody who likes that, you could make your own, or you could buy it store-bought. That's really nice on here. You could even do breadcrumbs on top and stick it in the oven, which is also nice. So this is, and then to serve, I put a little cilantro I like that. So my husband says boo, he doesn't like cilantro. You notice I didn't put it on the one in the pan, so he could still eat that. So here we go, guys. It's a deconstructed cauliflower enchilada, one pot, right? So enjoy, hope you love it. Happy cooking.